Today I'm going to be playing some Evolve Shaman, an archetype that's gained a little bit of popularity in the first week of madness at the Darkmoon Faire. So initially the reason to play this deck is the card Revolve. 1 mana, transform all minions into random ones with the same cost. So we used to have Evolve, and when played with Desert Hare that was a really oppressive combo. So maybe Revolve with Desert Hare is almost as good. But I actually think the bigger addition to this deck is Cage Match Custodian. In my experience, Bogspine Knuckles is by far the best card in the deck, and Cage Match Custodian lets you draw it twice as often. So now I think Cage Match Custodian is actually just the best card in the deck. Really insane addition to this variant of Shaman. We also got a couple of new cards that let us flood the board to make better use of the Bogspine Knuckles. We've got Pitmaster, which gives us up to 3 minions to evolve, and Derailed Coaster, which can give us actually up to 7 to evolve. So initially I just net decked this version over here on the deck tracker, and I went 11 and 10 with it. Didn't really see the hype around Revolve Shaman. But then I swapped out a few of the cards I didn't really like, and with this version I've got now, I ended up going 14 and 5. So the deck makes a little bit more sense to me now. I've seen a lot of versions that play Farsight, and I don't really understand why. This is just straight up all in a tempo deck, and Farsight is straight up not a tempo card. I think Novice Engineer just makes way more sense. The list I started with was also playing Wand Maker and Escaped Mana Saber. I think those have mostly fallen out of favor, but they're still in the most popular list on HS Replay. I think it just makes way more sense to play the Lackey cards. They're good on their own. They make good evolve targets. They keep your hand stocked up for Derailed Coaster. I think Cable Rat and Sludge Slurper are just pretty damn good. I'm also seeing that a lot of the lists are playing Lightning Bloom. I guess I haven't tried this, but I have similar feelings toward this as I did toward the Escaped Mana Saber. I don't think the deck really needs to be cheating mana. You just play Bogspine Knuckles on turn 4 or 5 and you're good to go. I think I'd rather just play minions that themselves have evolved synergy and fuel up the Derailed Coaster a little bit more. So yeah, I definitely like my build more than some others that I've seen. This is probably going to be the mirror if I had to guess. Bogspine Knuckles. I like keeping Desert Hare with Bogspine Knuckles, and I kind of want to keep Mogu Flush Shaper. I've got the Desert Hare to go with it, and if this is the mirror, this thing is probably going to be discounted pretty easily. Second one might end up being pretty good as well. 2 Bogspine Knuckles in the opener. I think this hand is pretty damn good. I would like to find like a Cable Rat or something to smooth out the curve. But even without it, I think I'm doing fine. Farsight, huh? I might just play Desert Hare here. Let's go ahead and mutate one of these just for fun. A bit of a low roll on that 4. But yeah, like if he had stuff in play to kill my hares, I wouldn't have been very interested in this line. But since he can't kill them, seems good to just get the power spike a turn earlier. Alright, well. I kept the Mogu because I thought it would be pretty good in this matchup. But I didn't expect that I would get to play double Mogu with Bogspine Knuckles on 4. I'm not at all worried about that deck being able to activate in Shinvala. It might just straight up not even be possible. Probably do want to kill Manatide. This is much more of a tempo matchup than a value matchup. And if he's doing anything significant, it's going to be evolving this anyway. I guess maybe I'm killing the mana side anyway. Alright, pretty good turn 4. Sure. Wants to kill my big man. I really respect just how hard that guy was trying that turn. But I don't think you beat turn 4 Bogspine Knuckles double Mogu Flesh Shaper. The more I play this deck, the more I just want a full mulligan for Bogspine Knuckles. Hey, we drew it. Cage Match Custodian is just easily the best card in this deck. I wonder what the stats are on this card compared to everything else. Alright, Revolve is a pretty respectable addition to the hand. Revolve is not good against clowns, right? Because he gets a bunch of random 9-drops. Maybe it removes their taunt, though. I thought about playing Cable Rat here instead of Custodian. And then, because, like, I don't actually mind drawing another copy of Bogspine Knuckles. So if we leave 2 in the deck, then it's more likely I would draw one this turn. And then I can still hit the guaranteed one. But whatever, this thing has more stats. I think I'm just gonna Revolve here. That's the reason it's in the deck, right? So you can play it with Desert Hair as soon as possible. After a friendly rush minion attacks, deals 2 damage to the enemy hero. I do have a rush minion. I don't think I need to mutate here. Mutate's a bit of a weird card, because a lot of times you just have enough of a board that even if a couple of them kind of suck, like the opponent already has to respond to it. I was worried this was going to be guardian animals and I was going to get cleaved. That's rush, not charge, buddy. But yeah, I don't think I mind this guy too much. Well, maybe I do. He's pretty freaking big. I can trade into him though, and the opponent's on 5 mana next turn. 5 mana is not too scary. Would I rather have a lackey or a card from my deck? I guess I'll go card from deck, but I don't think it really matters that much. Because I expect that I'll be playing both of these over the next few turns anyway. So Horde Pillager I think is actually a pretty good draw here. The more Knuckles charges you have, the better. I think I just hit with it here. These are both pretty good evolves, and I don't really have much of a turn otherwise. These minions are both fine. Is Derailed Coaster a mech? Probably not, right? That'd be cool if it was, though. Plagued Proto-Drake. What the heck? That card is really slow. Well, I think I just want to put stats in play. So we'll do this. And then we'll do this. These are actually all low rolls. but Argus is definitely the stinkiest. Alright, so these are all kind of bad, but with another Bogspine Knuckles in hand, it might be fine. Well, this lets me push 7 damage. I think Bogspine Knuckles is probably better. Let's go ahead and see what lackey this gives me, I guess. Wait, can I ever play this with Horde Pillager here? Play Horde Pillager, I go to 3 mana, this goes to 4, so no. Alright, let's see what lackey this is. I think if it's Kobold Lackey, it probably makes sense to play this. But it's not. These are both 5 cost, right? I got excited when the button didn't turn green. I thought I was going to get to charge him. But 1-8 into 8-3 is not very appealing. Wow, that was really mediocre. But still kind of obnoxious. Wow, he got an evasive Draconid off that? Holy shit, that's bad. If I take all this damage, I die. So, well, let's see what this does. Earth Shock. Okay. Earth Shock is just lethal. Easy. That was kind of scary there for a second. Let's try to find those weapons. Any of those twos would have been nice, but this two is a lot better. God, this card is so much better than Novice Engineer. Twice as many stats, draws the best card in my deck every time. Insane. Easy cage match Custodian, I think. I'm allowed to overload on 3 and then still play my weapon on 5. I don't really know what Mage is in this expansion. I've played a bit of Secret Mage. I've seen some people play like Spell Mage. Doesn't seem like one of the hotter classes. Okay, this is maybe Secret Mage and he wants to land this buff on the minion that copies itself. That would be my guess. I like Slurper here. Healing Totem? Let's go ahead and evolve this. That's a good minion. With 1 mutate down, it's pretty hard to use the spell burst. But it could come in handy. I could have played the Desert Hare that turn, but it was still 2 turns away from the Bogspine Knuckles, so it's probably better to just play it later. No mana for a secret.
Whoops.
These things happen.
Well, I probably just want to kill the 3/2, right?
Wake up.
Well, that was a bad witchy lackey.
I know what you did. I know what you did.
How many secrets you got, buddy? Well, this is an easy Bogspine Knuckles. Mage doesn't have Freezing Trap. I don't know why I decided to attack with this first, but whatever. I don't think I want to risk a Flame Ward. I know he doesn't have any more secrets. I don't really care about either of these in particular. Let's just hit the one that doesn't require me to trade off a minion. Sure, that's fine. I was more concerned about straight up losing the game to Flame Ward than letting him draw cards he doesn't have mana to play. Coaster seems pretty good here. Let's continue not losing the game to Flame Ward. Got some stinkers here. That's still a bit of a stinker, so let's evolve it again. Not too worried about this setting off a secret. Oh, that's a good upgrade. Yeah, I could have evolved the Witchy Lackey into a random 2-drop, but I thought it was likely I would hit one bad one out of 6 minions. So it was better to re-roll into this, I thought. Unfortunately, my board is still a little bit too small to be going face. I guess this is the easy trade, right? Eventually my board will just be big enough that Flame Ward doesn't matter. This might be the turn. Especially with Dragonbane, I might just be able to kill him.
I intend to deceive.
Yep, there's the copy minion he was trying to buff earlier. Alright, so let's see. Assume it's Flame Ward. He's at 17. I guess these kill one to make Dragonbane odds better. Yeah, I don't believe I have a guaranteed lethal here. Actually, maybe I do. But I'm just 17. Okay, I think I do have a guaranteed lethal. As long as it's not Ice Barrier and Flame Ward. Actually, with the way I'm trading, just Ice Barrier. But Ice Barrier is probably one of the least likely ones to be in his deck, right? So we trade twice like this. This goes face. Yeah, had to use the derailed coaster to finish clearing his board, but we got there. Nice, just ignored his potential Flame Ward until he was dead no matter what. Come on, Deck Tracker, you can update. I believe in you. Do I keep Novice to play on turn 2? Probably not. I do have other turn 2s in the deck. And I would really like to find a Knuckles or a Cage Match Custodian. This is a really strong hand. Well, it's really strong once we get to turn 5. Knuckles plus Dread Corsair. But I'm not sure how easy it'll be to get to turn 5 against Hunter. I'm just gonna play really hard for tempo, and wow, I played really hard for tempo by rolling that. I was down to just get like Bloodfin Raptor and trade with his 2/2. So this could be freeze. If I'm attacking, I'm not going face, so let's go ahead and play the Slurper. Alright, let's see what this is. Yep, freeze, that's fine. I could have not attacked there. I don't know, maybe I should like rolled the totem, because hitting the 1/1 means that he has 2 minions he has to deal with to lock this behind a freeze. Maybe that would have been fine. Rinling's Rifle. Does this discover the secret or is it random? It's discover, okay. So he probably, well, he could just value trade and pick freeze. Looks like that might actually be what happened. I think I'd rather have a spell than a dragon. Although maybe that's not true with Derailed Coaster in hand. But whatever. Earthquake is probably not good because if I don't have a board, I'm losing anyway. Mutate, of course, is a card that I play in my deck. Could just play it on the rat here. Ancestral Healing might be pretty good on a Bogspine Knuckles turn. Probably best to just go for the Mutate here. Wow, that's really good. Definitely in the top 50% of 3-drops. There's always like, you know, Injured Blade Master or I guess Harvest Golem would be better on this board. But I'll take the 4/4 taunt.
You here for the tour?
I get to do some secret investigating with this 1/1. Or do I want to evolve it into a random 2-drop? Actually a bit of a weird turn. If I go here, Pack Tactics is kind of sad. Snake is kind of sad. But if he doesn't have either of those, then this also denies the thing that summons an animal companion. This attack is also good against freeze. I could even play Derailed Coaster here instead of Bogspine Knuckles Dread Corsair. It's probably still better to play the weapon though and then just get the guaranteed evolution on these. Maybe sneak in a Mogu Flush Shaper on top of it. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and make this attack. I think it's pretty much only bad against snakes. Because I can use the Bogspine Knuckles to kill this 3/3. I just got sniped. Well, that's fine. I was really not expecting that to be snipe. I don't know if attacking was good there. I was really thinking I was gonna get a 5-drop out of it.
Muzzle their magic.
So this puts 4 units in play, which means I can play both of these, right? Oh, I can play this as well. Hell yeah. I've checked this secret. These are all pretty terrible. Maybe clutch Alexstrasza at some point. I guess I'm probably down to just make this trade. I might send 2 1/1s into a 3/2. Against Hunter, I trade 2 random 2-drops to kill his Bloodfin Raptor. I think I'm down to do that against Hunter when I'm already winning. Oh, look at the taunts. Alright, feeling pretty good about this game. Nice.